I'm here again. I'm going to interrupt your dessert. You're welcome to eat your dessert and drink your coffee, but you also have to listen to me. First of all, I don't know, I mean, there's been some wonderful newspaper articles in the Blade and in the Perrysburg Messenger Journal that did a fantastic job of letting the community know that 20 years has been the 577 Foundation. And I think one of the things that I remember when I came in 1990, somebody came up to me and said, you know, Mrs. Stranahan has done this, and you know, we call it Did's Folly. It'll never last. And here I've left a career job and I've come to Did's Folly. And how long is this going to happen? Well, 18 years later, I'm still here, and the 577 Foundation is still here 20 years later. I've been known for doing these little poems and speeches and stuff at a lot of our entertaining board meetings and staff meetings and stuff like that. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to get you, yeah, okay. I'm going to do what Did would want me to do, and that is for you to have fun and for me to have fun with you. So you are going to be involved in my speech tonight. I'm going to play a game with you, and the game is called Stand Up If You. I'm going to do a couple practice rounds with you, so to get you started so you understand what you need to do. I'm going to ask you to stand up if you have blonde hair. So stand up now if you have blonde hair. Stand up, yes. Very good. Good job. Yeah, right. Right, Jim. Sit down. You're done. Here's the next practice round. Stand up if you have ever performed in a play. Jay, are you up? Wow. Wow. This is a creative group. Sit down. Stand up if you do not live in the Toledo area. Yeah. Thank you for coming tonight. Okay, now we're going to start the rest of the game. Those were the practice rounds. I want to show you some of the commonalities of the people that are in this room, the experiences we have, and you are the ones that have made the 577 Foundation what it is today over the 20 years. Each and every one of you had an input. So here we go. Stand up if you did any of the following. Ever rode in the golf cart with Mrs. Stranahan? Very nice. Sit down. Stand up if you ever had a garden at the 577 Foundation. And if Mrs. Stranahan made you have a garden at the 577 Foundation. Stand up if you ever found the queen bee in the observation hive. All right, let's hear it for the queen bee. Now this one is particularly for those people that worked in the summer staff. Stand up if you ever got chiggers or poison ivy at the 577 Foundation. And we don't want to see where. Stand up if you ever took a book from the book center and did not pay your quarter or your dollar for your book. Here they come. You cheaters. Quarter and a dollar. Stand up if you ever made a pinch pot at the barn at the 577 Foundation. Everybody started with a pinch pot. That was the rule, right, Edith? Stand up if you ever knew Carrie the dog. Wow. Now that's a history right there. Stand up if you ever built something at the 577 Foundation and it is still there today. Oh, yeah. Very nice. Stand up if you have been on the staff since 1989, and there should only be one person standing. Mike Shippen. Stand up if you have ever pulled a weed at the 577 Foundation. Another one. Stand up if you have ever done the bee waggle dance. That's a select group right there. Show us, you guys. Come on. Show us. Come on. Stand up if you have ever seen bananas growing in the dome. Excellent. Stand up if you have ever lived in the bee room. I have two, I know for sure. Three! Jackie did too? Wow! The bee room used to be a one-bedroom apartment, and these guys can attest to it.
Oh, I was there afterwards.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad.
I want to hear that story, Jackie. Stand up if you've ever thrown a pot on the wheel at the 577 Foundation. Wow. Very nice.
Gotta break that table up.
I tell you, that one's filled. Stand up if you've ever cleaned a bathroom at the 577 Foundation. I've always said we'd make the best janitors. Stand up if you've ever attended a class at the 577 Foundation because Mrs. Stranahan asked you to. That's how she filled the earlier classes during those days. Stand up if you're related to Mary Manell. Sister Sally, my mother Marty. Stand up if you are a family member of the first 577 Foundation director. And those three over there. I would like to say special thanks to Ron Meyer, who was the first director at the 577 Foundation before I came in. And his family was a big part of it as well. As a matter of fact, I think they were his work crew. And he took Did's vision and made it a reality, that is for sure. So thank you, Ron. Stand up if you were a founding board member or staff member at the 577 Foundation. That would be the early days. When we first started, John Parrish, you were a part of that. Louise, Jackie, Clint, weren't you a founding board member? Ann, Edith? Yeah.
I was staff, I wasn't board.
Staff and board. Staff and board members. Yeah. I would like to say thanks particularly to this group because they were the ones who planted and watered Did's seeds and watched them grow. And that's where we are today because of their desire to keep it going and get us in this direction. Stand up if you are a summer staff member at 577. I always called this group's responsibilities the do-everything job, and that's literally what we do there. And I'd like to thank all of you for taking care of the grounds and the buildings in the last 20 years. They are gorgeous right now because of your efforts. And most of all of the tours that each one of you have led, that is what has spread the word through the community of what we are about. So thank you.